Good morning, Bitcoin. Today is Wednesday, January 31st, 2018. My name is Thomas Hunt, and here's what's happening today in Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin was down 0.81% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 99.88, a high of 10,466, and a low of 96.93. That's $1 for 10,009 Satoshis, just over the 10,000 Satoshi barrier. Our top story, not so breaking. We knew it all along. For those of you who have been following Joseph Young's Twitter account and his excellent reporting from South Korea, we all knew that nothing was happening with cryptocurrency trading in South Korea. That didn't stop it from fudding out the markets and crashing the price for a couple of days. As the article says, official, South Korea has no intention to ban cryptocurrency exchanges, confirms finance minister, setting that story to rest. Bitcoin is the new gold, according to Bloomberg. Invest in it, perhaps, but don't try to shop with it. Once again, everyone wants everything at the same time. No one is willing to wait. These are all people who got to the internet and it was perfect. There was email, there was attachments, there was images on websites, there was animation and flash. The internet was fully built when these people got to it. They never saw it as it built slowly. They never knew what it was like to send a text-only email because you could only send a text-only email. But let's go to the other side. Why Bitcoin may not be digital gold after all, from Fortune magazine. The old guard arguing with the old guard. And they blah, blah, blah. We don't even need gold. We're not on a gold-backed standard. Why do we need a fixed currency money? Again, this consistent belief that the current system is the correct system because it's been the right system for the last 100 years. No intentions to look beyond that. As they say, the erratic price movements of Bitcoin would make it hard for Bitcoin to serve the same purpose as gold does for investors, implying that because the price is constantly volatile but trending upward, it wouldn't be the same hold of value as gold, where pretty much had a constant price. Once again, we're in the discovery phase of cryptocurrency. We're not in the later phase. You have to look at it later. Everyone already had gold as soon as you started studying the gold market. You never looked at the discovery phase of the gold market. As he says, what's more, the Citi strategists, again, we're trusting Citibank here. This entire article, this entire report is based on the words of a bank who might have a reason to compete with Bitcoin. As they say, does the world even need a new version of gold? When governments long ago stopped pegging the value of paper currency to the metal, is a fixed supply of money, a digital gold standard, really superior to a flexible money supply? We'll have to find out. Bitcoin's latest. Facebook bans all ads promoting cryptocurrency amid fears they are used for fraud. This is just on the heels of Facebook swinging the presidential election, perhaps, and Facebook advertising on anything that anyone will pay them to advertise on. I do agree with part of this. I agree with banning the ICOs and the altcoins. That makes sense to me. There's a lot of potential ups and downs there, but banning Bitcoin is a mistake. Facebook, like Apple, will come to regret this mistake and will change their mind. After all, they want ad money, and Bitcoin is going to have ad money, as it is the currency and digital gold of the future. Remember when Apple banned all the Bitcoin apps in the App Store? Some of you can't even imagine that's true. How could they do that? What would that do to the price? Oh my. This is the same story, but with Facebook. Why the Bitcoin revolution is emptying store shelves and making gamers mad. That's right. The demand for graphics cards to mine cryptocurrencies, not really Bitcoin, really more altcoins, is emptying the shelves. They've put a 1 GPU per limit at most stores, but still empty shelves, long lines, and not enough GPUs. More of this in the future. Next time, like Trace Meyer said yesterday, it won't be not enough GPUs. It will be not enough electricity. And people won't be willing to turn off their Bitcoin miners for any reason. Bitcoin back above 10K. but gains could be short lived. Great analysis from Omar Godpool at CoinDesk. As he says here, the 4.9 rally from the intraday low of 9,627 looks like a technical correction amid a bigger downtrend. Further, a break below 9,780 could result in sharp losses. There is a chance that Bitcoin gets through this without touching the 8,000, 7,000 level. If the price can stay above 10,313, see, it didn't stay above that. That was a victory for the Bears. But if it can stay above this 9,780, it is possible that it won't touch the lows. However, other chart analysis have said we're going to 77,500 no matter what happens. Once again, many people believe there will be a bounce off of 7,500. They believe that it will rise and it will recover. The question's all about now, will we break 8,000? As he says here, the ascending trend line drawn from July 16th low and September 15th lows is still intact. Bitcoin's dip below the trend line seen earlier today was short-lived, as we described on yesterday's show. Bitcoin's brief dip below 10,000. But if you can see the trend line here, it does continue accelerating. And it looks like by March, if we follow the bottom end of the trend line, which we've only touched the bottom, we've never followed it. If we continued at the bottom, we'd be at 12,000 by March. But if we break through this trend line, we could see lower lows. Bitfury Group is trying to kill Bitcoin fungibility by promoting blacklisting. As it says in the quote, the industry needs some very user-friendly tools so that you can track Bitcoin transactions and see if this Bitcoin address that you're getting money from is green or black. And once again, fungibility is the idea that all coins would be treated equally. If I give you $1, you don't care that I got that dollar from a drug dealer. It's still $1. What they're saying at Bitfury here is that the bad dollars, the dollars that were marked from drug dealers or terrorists or rogue governments or anyone that you disagree with, could be marked as black dollars. And suddenly, perhaps your wallet could be set up to not accept black dollars of Bitcoin, thus breaking Bitcoin fungibility and making it so that there is a difference between the coins. To cover this on the other side, Bitfury enters the Bitcoin crime-fighting business. Woo! And just a reminder, as Udi says here, why are we Bitcoiners always so mad at people building chain analysis firms? As long as we leave holes in Bitcoin, they'll be exploited for profit. That's our fault, not anyone else's. On the flip side, that's how Bitcoin eventually improves. And what he's arguing for is that Bitcoin should be changed to break this type of analysis, to make marking coins as black coins impossible, to make tracking all of the transactions through the blockchain by these anti-criminal chain analysis people impossible. And this is, again, software. Bitcoin is software. It can be changed. So right now we have the Bitcoin we have, but if this is a big enough problem and everyone agrees we should fix it, and they come up with a smart solution, and it goes through the various channels and they agree that it's not going to break anything else, I think we could fix this. As Kelsey says, maintaining an open source project is like being a flight attendant for an airline where all the tickets are free, and the majority of customer surveys offer suggestions on how to fly the airplane. It's a little like too many cooks in the kitchen, and everyone has their own opinion. And you know, opinions, you know what they're like. Amazon, Berkshire, JP Morgan partner to cut U.S. healthcare costs. This is more of a mainstream story, but I just wanted to bring it up. I think this could be a really good thing. They're saying that they're going to create a non-profit or a not-profit focused healthcare company, obviously to serve their own employees, but later to serve perhaps the entire country. Who knows, maybe even the whole world. This could be a very good thing for healthcare. It's often made no sense why these healthcare businesses are allowed to run at a profit when everyone knows if they want to make more profit, they have to squeeze their customers. And if you're squeezing your customers' healthcare, you might be costing them their lives. It's a little different than other industries. Xerox cedes control to Fujifilm, ending the innovator's independence. And this is just a sad end for Xerox. I don't know if any of you have seen the early movies like Pirates of the Silicon Valley or one of the Apple movies. They all go to Xerox, and Xerox basically invented the computer. The Park team, PARC at Xerox, basically invented the computer that you're using today. They invented the mouse. They invented the graphical user interface that allows the mouse to move around. They had many of the ideas that you saw on the original Mac, such as folders and the desktop metaphor for keeping your files, opening files, all of this double click. This is all invented by Xerox, the photocopier company. Sadly, they took it to the board of Xerox and they said, look at this amazing computer we've made. And the president of Xerox, or the CEO, I don't actually know who it is, but they said something like, this company will never sell something with a mouse. He didn't like the word mouse. Obviously, it's a great description for the device. It was attached by a cord that looks like a tail. It was shaped like a mouse. You could move it around like a mouse. I don't know. He didn't like the word mouse. So he didn't think the computer was a big project. He didn't understand it. He couldn't see it. So he allowed Steve Jobs and Bill Gates to have a little test drive on the computer. Jobs brought his whole team in, basically wrote down everything that Xerox did right, and promptly got to work stealing it. Bill Gates did the same thing, but also got the option to look at the Macintosh, which he later stole from. Steve Jobs, famously very upset with Bill Gates about this, called him up on the phone. It's just portrayed in many of the movies. And Gates's response was just perfect. He says, well, Steve, the way I see it is we both had this great uncle named Xerox. And I broke into the house to steal the television, but you'd already stolen it. On the plus side, Roger's anger is now powering the entire ant pool mining farm. That's a lot of power. We've also got Andy Hoffman coming up later today at 3 p.m. GMT. He's going to be hanging out with Simon Dixon, asking his latest questions on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Simon Dixon from Bank to the Future, the online investment platform. Check it out later today on the World Crypto Network. And yesterday, we had the San Francisco Bitcoin meetup, crypto taxes. Get some tax advice from tax professionals by watching this video. But always, you should do your own research and you should hire your own professionals. Looks like we're running out of time on the Today in Bitcoin show. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to hang out and we'll do a Bitcoin talk show. I know a lot of people are having trouble with the price. It sucks to lose money. It's hard to hold. It's easy to sell. A lot of people are selling now, and that's fine if you've invested too much and you need to sell, or you've lost enough and you want to sell. Some people are still holding, but we can discuss all of this on Bitcoin Talk Show later today. If you'd like to give us a donation, you could scan this QR code right on your screen. Otherwise, give us a thumbs up, because thumbs up are free. And the more thumbs up we get, the more YouTube shares this video. If it's your first time here, please subscribe down below. Until next time, this has been Today in Bitcoin. Bye-bye.